Hey Capricorn, welcome back. I need to sit down with you today because the reading I just pulled for you is absolutely profound. I have been doing tarot for years and sometimes you get readings that just feel different, you know what I mean. This is one of those readings where I pulled the cards and I actually had to pause for a moment because the message is so clear, so purposeful, so meant for where you are right now. So grab your coffee or your tea. Get comfortable, because we are going deep today. This is not a surface level reading. The universe has something very specific to tell you, and honestly, I think this is going to resonate on a level that might actually surprise you. Let me tell you what came through. I pulled 6 cards for you, and the overall theme that is emerging here is about you coming out of a period of isolation, a period of deep introspection, maybe even a period where you felt like you were in your own little world processing things that other people could not understand. But here is the beautiful part. You are not just randomly emerging. You are coming out with knowledge. You are coming out with wisdom. You are coming out with something that you gained during that time alone that is going to be absolutely crucial for what is coming next. The energy here is reminding me of a butterfly in a cocoon. You know how people always talk about that transformation, but they do not always talk about what happens inside the cocoon. It is dark in there. It is solitary. The caterpillar is literally dissolving and rebuilding itself. That is what you have been doing, Capricorn. You have been in your own cocoon and you have been transforming on a cellular level, on a soul level. And now you are about to emerge and the world is going to see a different version of you. But before we get into each card, I want you to understand something. This reading is about purpose. Everything you went through, everything you learned, everything you discovered about yourself during your time of isolation, it was not random. It was not punishment. It was preparation. You now know what you know for a very specific reason, and that reason is about to become crystal clear, alright? Let me share what the cards are saying. The first card I pulled for you is Death, and I can already feel some of you tensing up, but stay with me because this card is actually incredibly positive in this context. Death is card number 14 in the major arcana and it represents transformation, endings that lead to new beginnings, the complete shedding of an old identity to make way for something entirely new. Here is what I am getting for you, Capricorn. You have already been through the death experience. This is not something that is coming. This is something you have been living. You have been in the process of letting go of an old version of yourself. Maybe it was an old belief system. Maybe it was an old way of relating to people. Maybe it was an old career path, or an old relationship dynamic, or an old understanding of who you are supposed to be in this world. Whatever it was, you have been in the process of releasing it, and that process has required you to be alone. It has required you to withdraw from the noise of the world because you cannot transform while you are still performing for other people. You cannot shed your old skin while everyone is watching and commenting and projecting their expectations onto you. You needed that isolation to do this work. But here is what is so beautiful about death appearing in this reading. Death is not just about the ending. Death is about what comes after. It is about the new growth that emerges from the composted remains of what used to be. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago, a year ago. You have died to that old self and you are being reborn as someone who has integrated some really profound lessons. I am getting that for many of you, this transformation has been spiritual in nature. You have been questioning things. You have been seeking answers. You have been going within and asking the big questions about meaning and purpose and what you are really here to do. That isolation was not loneliness, it was initiation. You were being initiated into a deeper understanding of yourself and of the mysteries of life. The second card that came through is the Sun, and oh my goodness, talk about perfect timing. The Sun is card number 20 and it represents joy, vitality, success, clarity, everything coming into the light. The end of darkness, celebration, achievement, and that beautiful feeling of everything finally making sense. This is your emergence card, Capricorn. After the death transformation, after the cocoon, after the isolation, you are stepping into the sun. You are coming out into the light and it is going to feel amazing. I'm getting that this is not just a metaphor. For some of you, this is literal. You are going to start being more visible. You are going to start putting yourself out there in ways you have not been comfortable with before. You are going to start sharing what you have learned. But here is what makes this so powerful. You are not coming out into the sun as the same person who went into isolation. You are coming out as someone who has been transformed by the death process. You are coming out with wisdom. You are coming out with clarity. You are coming out with a knowing that cannot be shaken because it was earned through your own inner work. The sun is also about authenticity. When you stand in the sun, everything is illuminated. There are no shadows to hide in. This tells me that you are ready to be seen for who you really are, not who you thought you were supposed to be. You are ready to let your true self shine, and that is incredibly brave. Especially for a Capricorn who often feels pressure to maintain a certain image or meet certain expectations. I am also getting that the sun is bringing opportunities. When you step into the light, people notice. Things start happening. Doors start opening. You are going to find that as you emerge from this period of isolation, the universe is going to respond. Opportunities that match your new energy, your transformed self, are going to start appearing. It is like you have been tuning your radio to a different frequency during your time alone, and now you are going to start picking up stations you could not access before. The third card is Five of Cups, and this one is interesting because it shows me that part of your journey has involved grief. The Five of Cups is about loss, disappointment, focusing on what went wrong or what did not work out. But here is the thing about this card that most people miss. Yes, there are 3 cups spilled on the ground, but there are TWO cups still standing behind the figure in the card. There is still something valuable remaining. There is still hope. I am getting that your period of isolation involved processing some disappointments. Maybe relationships that did not work out the way you hoped. Maybe career goals that did not manifest the way you planned. Maybe dreams that you had to let go of because they were not aligned with your authentic path. You have been grieving, Capricorn, and that grief is valid. That sadness is real. But here is what the Five of Cups is telling you in the context of this reading. That grief was necessary. You had to feel the loss of those things. You had to mourn what did not work out, because until you fully process that disappointment, until you fully feel that sadness, you cannot turn around and see the 2 cups that are still standing. You cannot see what remains. You cannot see the new possibilities. This card is telling me that part of your esoteric purpose, part of what you know now, is about the wisdom that comes from disappointment. You understand now that not every door is meant to open. You understand now that sometimes what feels like failure is actually redirection. You understand now that loss creates space for something better to arrive. Something more aligned with who you are becoming. I am also getting that the Five of Cups represents a final release. You have been holding on to some sadness, some regret, some wish that things had been different. But as you step into the sun, as you emerge from your cocoon, you are going to find it easier to turn around. You are going to find it easier to see what is still good, what is still possible, what is still here for you. The grief does not disappear completely, but it stops consuming you. It becomes integrated into your story rather than defining your story. The 4th card is Two of Pentacles, and this is fascinating because it is showing me that as you emerge into the light, as you step into this new chapter, you are going to be juggling some things. The Two of Pentacles is about balance, flexibility, managing multiple priorities, adapting to change, finding your rhythm between different areas of life. Here is what I am getting for you. Your emergence is not going to be simple or one-dimensional. You are not just stepping into one new thing. You are stepping into a life that requires you to balance multiple elements. Maybe you are balancing your spiritual path with your material responsibilities. Maybe you are balancing your need for solitude with your desire for connection. Maybe you are balancing an old career with a new calling. Whatever it is, you are learning to dance between 2 different energies. But here is the beautiful part about the Two of Pentacles. The figure in this card is not stressed. They are not overwhelmed. They are dancing. They have found a rhythm. They are flowing with the movement rather than resisting it. This tells me that you are developing a new relationship with balance. You are learning that you do not have to choose between 2 good things. You can have both. You can honor both. You can create a life that includes multiple dimensions of who you are. I am also getting that the Two of Pentacles is about financial or material shifts. As you step out of isolation, as you start applying what you learned, There might be some adjustments in how you earn money or how you use your resources. For some of you, this could mean starting a side project while maintaining your current job. For others, this could mean managing finances during a transition period. The card is telling you to stay flexible, stay adaptable, trust that you can handle the dance. What I love about this card appearing after the sun is that it is practical. It is grounded. It is saying yes, you are having this beautiful spiritual emergence, but you also live in the real world with real responsibilities. The Two of Pentacles is showing you that you can honor both your spiritual insights and your practical needs. You do not have to abandon the material world to live in alignment with your soul. You can find a way to integrate both. The fifth card is Temperance, and honestly, this might be one of the most important cards in your reading. Temperance is card number 15 in the major arcana, and it represents balance, moderation, patience, integration, alchemy, the blending of opposites to create something new. Divine timing, healing. Here is what I am getting. Temperance is the card of the alchemist. It is the card that says you are not just learning information, you are transmuting energy. You are taking your experiences, your pain, your joy, your isolation, your emergence, and you are blending them all together to create something entirely new. You are creating a new version of yourself that integrates all the different parts of who you are. This card is telling me that your esoteric purpose, the reason you know what you know, is so that you can help others through a similar process. You are being called to be a bridge. You are being called to help people integrate their shadow and their light, their pain and their wisdom, their human experience and their spiritual knowing. You went into isolation to learn how to do this for yourself so that you can eventually guide others through their own alchemical process. I am also getting that temperance is about patience. Your emergence into the sun is not going to happen overnight. It is a gradual process. You are being asked to trust divine timing. You are being asked to understand that integration takes time. You cannot rush alchemy. You cannot force transformation to happen faster than it naturally unfolds. The patience you are developing now is part of your spiritual maturity. What I love about temperance appearing in this reading is that it confirms that everything you went through was purposeful. The angel in the temperance card is literally pouring water between two cups, mixing and blending, creating something new from different elements. That is what your period of isolation did for you. It gave you the space to blend your old self with your new insights, to create a version of yourself that is more whole, more integrated, more aligned. The sixth and final card is Ten of Pentacles, and wow, what a card to end on. The Ten of Pentacles represents legacy, long-term success, abundance, family, foundation, wealth that lasts, security, completion of a material cycle, building something that will endure beyond you. Here is what I am getting, Capricorn, and this is big. Everything you are doing right now, everything you learned in isolation, everything you are discovering about your purpose, it is not just for you. It is for your legacy. You are building something that is going to last. You are creating something that is going to benefit not just yourself but the people around you, your family, your community, maybe even people you have not met yet. The Ten of Pentacles is showing me that your esoteric knowledge, your spiritual insights, they have practical applications. This is not just about feeling good or being enlightened. This is about creating real tangible value in the world. This is about building systems or structures or offerings that will provide for you and others over the long term. I am getting that for some of you. This could be about starting a business based on what you have learned. For others, it could be about creating generational wealth or breaking generational patterns. For others still, it could be about building a body of work, a creative legacy, something that will outlive you. Whatever form it takes, you are being called to think bigger than just yourself. You are being called to create something that has lasting impact. What I love about the Ten of Pentacles appearing after all these other cards is that it shows the journey has a destination. You went through death. You are merging into the sun. You processed your grief with the Five of Cups. You are learning balance with the Two of Pentacles. You are integrating everything with temperance. And it all leads to this beautiful manifestation of the Ten of Pentacles. Your transformation has a purpose, and that purpose is to create something of enduring value. So let me bring this all together for you, Capricorn, because the message is so clear. You have been in isolation. You have been in your cocoon. You have been transforming. You have been processing. You have been learning. You have been grieving. You have been integrating. But that time is coming to an end. You are ready to emerge. You are ready to step into the sun. You are ready to be seen. You are ready to share what you know. But here is the crucial part. You are not emerging randomly. You are emerging with purpose. You know what you know for a very specific esoteric reason. You were meant to go through everything you went through so that you could gain the wisdom, the insight, the understanding that you now carry. That knowledge is not just for your personal growth. That knowledge is meant to be shared. That knowledge is meant to be applied. That knowledge is meant to create your legacy. The universe is inviting you to step forward. The universe is inviting you to trust what you have learned. The universe is inviting you to believe that you are ready, even if you do not feel 100% ready. You have done the inner work. You have earned your wisdom. Now it is time to bring it into the light. I want you to think about what it is that you can know now that you did not know before your period of isolation. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about life? What did you learn about spirituality or purpose or meaning? What insights came to you in the quiet moments? What truths revealed themselves when you stopped performing for others and just sat with yourself? Whatever that knowledge is, it is sacred. It is esoteric in the truest sense of the word, meaning it is inner knowledge, hidden knowledge, wisdom that comes from direct experience rather than from books or teachers. You have been initiated into something during your time alone. You have been given a gift. Now the question is, what are you going to do with that gift? The cards are showing me that you are being called to share it. You are being called to build with it. You are being called to create your legacy with it. Whether that looks like teaching, writing, counseling, creating, leading, healing, whatever form it takes, you are being called to bring your inner wisdom into outer manifestation. I know it might feel vulnerable to step into the light after being in the shadows for so long. I know it might feel scary to be visible after being invisible. I know it might feel uncomfortable to share what you know when you are still integrating it yourself. But the cards are telling you that you are ready. The transformation has already happened. You are already different. You already know what you need to know for this next chapter. Trust yourself, Capricorn. Trust your journey. Trust that everything you went through was preparing you for what is coming. Trust that your emergence into the light is divinely timed. Trust that the world needs what you have to offer. Trust that your legacy is already forming and all you need to do is keep showing up, keep creating, keep sharing, keep building. This is such a powerful reading and I really hope it resonates with you. If this message landed, if you felt seen by these cards, drop a comment and let me know which card hit home the most. I love hearing from you and honestly your shares help me understand what resonates so I can bring you more content like this. Remember, Capricorn, you are coming out of your cocoon. You are stepping into the sun. You know what you know for a sacred purpose. Your time of isolation was not wasted. It was preparation. Now go create your legacy, sending you so much light and love. Until next time.